Hello everybody, welcome back to this playthrough of Thea the Awakening on the Nintendo Switch, and it's been a few days, so I apologise for that. I've had a lot of work to do things like that, so I don't always get a chance to play everything I want to. Anyway, where were we? Last time we left off we were talking about crafting, and we were going to have a close look at the crafting system, which I do intend to have a quick look at. I've done a little bit of reading on it from the tutorial, and then we're going to carry on with the tutorial I think as well. So we're going to go and... Oh my god, there's a bear, but yeah. I think I remember what we're doing there, and then we might actually go over here if we get a chance near the spider's nest to have a look, see if we can get any gold from that. But yeah. And maybe the spider's nest is not something to be too worried about anyway, because it's only got one skull above it, so we'll see what's going on. But before we do any of that, let's actually look at crafting and look at sort of what we can use our resources from, which we got in the last episode, to craft and build things like that. I mean, we are going to be quite experimental at times, because we might as well be to learn. So, if we currently look... No, wrong button.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in,
I've accidentally ended the
but
turn.
alas, grow up we must.
For God's
One of
sake.
your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
Again? Is this not the second time this has happened in this playthrough? Where are all these children coming from? Okay, so we have more children. So one of your children has matured. I think the last one we picked to be a warrior. So we'll have a look. So the child killed a mouth with its bare little hands. Looks like a promising warrior. I think we already went for the last kid to be a warrior, so there's no point sort of going for another one. The kid worked on fields for a long time. It is time to take their rightful place between proud gatherers. Could be a gatherer. I think we have some pretty good quality gatherers. The kids studied a lot. Crafting will help us build. I like the idea of being a crafter, but how much do we actually use them? There's 12 options unavailable. What? The kid dissected a frog when they were only a wee person. It seems we might have a promising medic. The kid dissected a frog when they were only a wee person. It seems we have a psychopath on our hands that plays with dead animals. But no. Out of all of them, I think a medic would be best. We do not currently have a medic in the camp, and as we've discovered as we've been playing through this tutorial, we've been told at least once that having a medic reduces the chances of our characters dying on expedition. So I think having someone like this to take out into the open world would be fantastic. So I think we will go for option 4 and get ourselves a medic.
Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage. The whole village
We've
celebrates
lost
this
a
joyous
child.
occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
Fantastic. Hopefully you won't die. So we have acquired Tamila. I think we might change the names of our new characters to fit the theme of Kings and Queens. You have lost one child, but gained an adult. Kind of how it works. Okay, so celebrate the rite of passage, and we've got 1 experience point for that. So now I'm actually going to, you know, not press the wrong button like an idiot. It didn't make any difference because I think we'd already used pretty much all of our movement points. It just means we're on a new turn. Oh, another interesting fact, we're only 1 point off leveling up. I pressed X. I pressed Y, meaning to press X. I pressed Y, meaning to press A. There we go. And I accidentally ended the turn. But we'll get back. We'll pretend we didn't go through it. We're only kind of... We're not doing a really serious playthrough where we're trying to smash it. We're just trying to learn about the game, so it doesn't matter too much. So let's go onto our inventory. And we're going to have a look at some of the resources and things like that. So we're going to start this episode by managing things and renaming characters maybe. So currently I think we're pretty much using every single piece of armor possible. We could actually put the, you know, on our new person. Where are you, medic? Oh, there you go. Looks kind of creepy. I don't really know what to make of this. I think it's a female, right? I don't know, it's a creepy female, but they're a medic. My worry is that, you know, you're ill, you're dying, and then, yeah, you get creeped up on, but oh well. So you can have that really bad piece of, well, a shirt basically, which gives 2 armor. It's better than nothing, I suppose. But I think pretty much everything else we are using. But we're going to have a look now at our inventory. So we've had a look at our equipment there. And I want to talk about crafting, weapons more than anything. So let's have a look. Okay, here we are. So in the last episode, we sort of completed a few challenges that gave us some new materials, and we got I know we got this, we got some other stuff. But a lot of these materials cannot be used at this stage. I'm not necessarily don't want to use them at this stage. So we have steel, which is a very durable material but difficult to obtain. So we don't really want to rush to use that. Nowadays, steel is usually recovered from items made before the Cataclysm. So yeah, steel's rare. We've also got all these stuff. Now there's a few of them that are quite interesting. Like I think this is interesting, the malachite or whatever. So green gemstone, gems give a random skill bonus upon crafting weapons and armor. So we want to make sure we use this to craft weapons and armor. The rarity of this gem improves the strength of the bonus. And we've got other things like, where else? We have some other stuff, I found it, yeah. So we have fur leather there, we don't want to waste that because it's a bit rarer than normal leather, and things like that. So I was thinking, well, let's craft some weapons. I really want to craft some weapons, but at this stage, we can't craft anything. If we go into production, sorry. Come on, scroll across. Yeah, so we'll go on to crafting. You can see we can only really craft clothes, cook meals, and craft tools. Now, unless I'm missing something, there is no weapons on there. Now, I think I know why. So if we have a look at the tech tree, and we press B on the encampment and go on to research, you'll be able to see that there are 3 branches of the research tree. So we have gathering here, which is sort of what we used our first point on to get that there, to get that cane and unlock that. But if we keep scrolling across, we have crafting, so this is kind of where we can unlock weapons, new meals, things like that. So if we want to go ahead and maybe use a gemstone for something, we need to unlock it with the research point, it seems. So I think the first thing when we get our next research point is we're going to go and sort of unlock a sword or something like that and see what we can do with that, and see if we can sort of use that now to craft. But right now we can't really craft anything, and you can see we've got armor on here as well. So we've got light armor, we've got a one-handed sword, things like that. So we can't currently craft any of them because we haven't unlocked them with a research point. And if we move over to construction, as you can see, we have lots of other buildings we will be able to construct in our settlement as we unlock the points as well. So we can currently only construct a pasture, which allows us to sort of keep animals, and yeah, so if we keep animals, we'll not have to hunt so much. So we could look at doing that pretty soon, but we can unlock things like a well, which provides various resources said to come from the depths of Thea, grants random resources each turn, does not stack with other wells, and then watchtowers for defense, I presume, and things like that. So we are going to use our research points for more than just unlocking new resources. So basically what I'm saying is, right now a lot of the resources we've got, like steel and, you know, this here, this dark wood, this pavis or whatever, or pavice, etc. I ain't going to use that just to craft random stuff. I want to save that for weapons because I'm really keen on getting better weapons. But we'll play about with that as we go on. Right. I might actually rename our characters, but I might do it I'll do it between this and the next part. So, everybody's now in the settlement. We've had a quick chat about crafting, and to be honest, I think at some point I really do want to craft. I want to construct a pasture. Now, to do that, we're going to need some wood and things like that. But I think we could do it. I think we could do with more wood before we do it because we need 35. But if we keep collecting wood, there's no reason we can't go ahead and build one of these. So that's sort of a medium-term goal. That's something I really want to do in the next few parts, is gather enough wood and stuff like that to actually be able to build a pasture. And then once we build it, we can sort of, you know, play with it and we'll get to know what we're doing. Right. So, with all that said, let's start another expedition because we need to get on with the tutorial and things like that. So let's go into here. Okay, so inventory, and now we can go into an expedition. Now, what I've realised is we are definitely, if we remember back to the last part, we're going to need our blacksmiths for this because I think we're going to need people with intelligence because we need to convince this guy to give us some gold. So, it's not just going to be about fighting, and I'm probably not even going to take any gatherers with us at this stage. They'd be better off in the settlement where they're not going to be, you know, gathering wood for this pasture we want to build. So let's take, I mean, Victoria, we might as well take her. We're going to need speech and, is it dexterity we need? Speech and dexterity? Dexterity, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I've ended the turn again. They ran away. Oh, you're an idiot, Alex. I keep pressing the wrong button. Oh, now it's night time. We're gonna have to go out in the night time, right? Okay, I meant to open the tutorial, which is that button. It's the plus button, and I keep pressing Y, and it's annoying me. It's fine. Right, it's okay. Right. Yeah, so let's show all topics on the tutorial. So if we go on to battling, isn't it? It's fighting. Down, 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 down. Challenge types, there we go, and challenge skills. So I think it's a diplomacy one. I'm pretty sure it's a diplomacy one where we have to talk to him. So we need speech and will is what we're going to need. So we need characters in this expedition with speech and will. But seeing as they've ran away, we're also going to need characters that can hold their own and fight, because we could get in all kinds of bother. Right, so Victoria can go, she's good for hunting. Elizabeth's a good fighter. Henry is a good fighter as well, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, this is just in case we're getting any bother. We could do with taking a gatherer as well. Who's got the best fighting skill, just in case we're getting a mess? And the gatherer is just going to be to gather resources, obviously. I quite like Mary. 22 damage. You can come with us, Mary. We've got 4 characters there. We're going to need to take the medic. Camellia, you can come with us. And we need to take then our 2 crafters, really. Our 2 I think the blacksmiths. Because they've got the speech and yeah. Nobody else has got as good speech as these guys. So we're going to have to take them too. So that's going to leave a decent strength settlement. We just don't have any crafters there. We just have gatherers, but we're not really crafting anything at this stage, so we don't need to worry too much. Can we got any gulag? We've got 2 more children. Where are all these children coming from? Right, we'll take some Bigos with us. God, we've got quite a big party, so we're gonna have to take quite a lot of food. How many characters have we got? 1, 2, 3. We've got 7 characters. This is the problem with going out at night, is I worry, so I take a lot of people. 7, so we'll take 21. Okay, we can always make more food at home. We'll be fine for food at home, we'll not starve. It's only going to give us 3 turns of food though, but that's, you know, fine. We'll take, obviously, some vegetables as well. We don't need everything. I just want to make sure we've got plenty of food in case there's a mess. Okay, and we'll take some meat as well. Yeah, so we've got 9 tons of food, which should be more than enough, but you don't know. And then we'll just take a bit of regular wood. 10 wood, 10 tons of fuel. So our expedition is pretty much set up quite nicely though. Don't think we need anything else. We don't have any potions that'd be useful. Not really. Alright, that'll be fine. So that's our expedition set up. And I'm actually going to move these guys out, just so I know they're kind of moving. Okay, our tutorial has moved all the way over there, which is fantastic. Not. Right. That's my own fault, though, for being an idiot. And accidentally ending the turn. Now, there's a couple of other things I want to do before we run away from the camp. I want to make sure we're not burning anything I don't want us to. I don't want to burn that, and I don't want to burn that. I also don't think... We don't want to be eating that, because that could be useful for building our pasture. Okay, I'll leave that open, and I'll just sort of stop you eating the meat. Okay, that's fine. So they're both things we can make by ourselves, really, so I'm happy with that. Right, and finally, let's actually sort out who's gathering. And then we can... Okay, so you can actually gather Trezor. We're making more than enough food. I think it's the wood we really need. If we can get more wood, then we will be fine. What are you gathering already? You're saying you're gathering wood. Are you gathering wood? Okay, who's working here? So, Anne's working. Okay, Anne's working and Trezor on that. William's on that. Nobody's idle, are they? I think Treasure Ball is just a bit useless at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so everybody's working who can possibly be working at gathering, so gathering food and wood. That's actually fine. Is there anything else we need to be aware of? Enemy spotted? Where's that? Oh god, yeah. I mean, they've run quite far away now, which is not good. Resource income, Colombia. We have got some wood and vegetables, as we know, right. So can we move you any further forward? We can. Can you? Oh god, I'm absolutely worried here. I don't want to take big steps because I don't want to, you know, get caught out here. How far do we have to chase it? Oh, we can get there now, it looks like.
You find the hermit Theodore spoke of. He sits on a rock and stares at you with his large yellow eyes.
What do you want? You looking for trouble? Because I can get you some.
He clenches his tiny fists at you.
That's funny. I love how he just sounds so dangerous, but yet he's so small. So we have two choices here. We can say, no trouble, little fella, just want to talk, or you'll only be trouble if you don't give us some gold. I don't really want to intimidate this guy.
Little? Who are you calling little, you overgrown pile of softy fish bags, you?
The creature huffs and puffs at you, shaking its fists violently.
Alright, our apologies, sir. Little is a mark of honour in our village, you know. Like we say, hey there, village elder, you're very little today. I think we might be lying at that point. We're going to try and avoid...
Sir, don't you see that I am a woman? Ah, but a compliment, you say. Well, I suppose being little is way better than being big. So you're kind of clever to call each other little, even though you're clearly vertically challenged. So, what's your business here?
And as you can see, as we've been going through this, we had an alternate challenge which we could have just gone straight for them, and it was 2 skulls, so it would have been a harder challenge. I tried to get to this one, which is just 1 skull, so hopefully we'll be able to pull through it. So we are trying to get some gold, I believe. So speech is the offense, and then intelligence is the defense. And let's begin combat. See if we can talk our way into getting some gold. This is just a different one of the many challenges we will face in this game. Right, so we currently have Victoria, Henry, Mary, and Georgie. I think these... Okay, you're the medic, so we don't want the medic getting injured. So I think everybody we wanted to actually be in the offensive hand is. Georgie's good. Who's the other crafter? Who is the other crafter? Oh, I don't know. I'm sure we put 2 crafters in. I can't remember who the other one is. You're not. You're a warrior. Maybe. Oh, maybe it's. Yeah. Maybe you are. Okay, we're fine. I'm fine with that hand anyway. I think we've got a reasonably strong hand, so we'll go with that. George is in the offensive hand, so we'll go with that. Right, so let's see what they play. We're actually going first, which is pretty nice. The first thing I'm going to do is actually play Georgie. So that's going to give us a decent attack. And we can... oh, we can't go again. We need to end the turn. So let's see what they play. Hopefully nothing too good. 18 and... okay, 18 defense, 4 attack. Not a bad card. 11 defense, 4 attack. Okay, we have some decent cards here. We should definitely win. Just on numbers more than anything. Let's send Marion as well. I don't really want to use a tactical hand when we have such a numbers advantage. And we can just help it. Oh, we've got another go as well. I could send Mary to the front, and then we may be able to deal with that whole, like, quicker. Can we send first action? We can do first action on Mary, but we can only do it with Charlie. And Charlie's a very good card for this. I think Charlie's our strongest card. So it'd be a shame not to use her in battle, really. Okay, I'm going to send Victoria in instead. I do not want to use Charlie in the tactical hand. I want her to be in the battle. If we use her in the tactical hand, we can't put her into the battle in this phase. That is rubbish. That's not so rubbish. Okay, 13 and 5. Charlie is a better card than that. So you might as well get closer. just like that Holoc at the end, you're going to be out for a turn, but you are a stronger card, so we don't need to worry so much. No point using counterattack. Support ally. Again, the medic's actually a good card here. You can get closer, you'll just be useful in the battle. And I think I might leave these two out because they are so... Oh, we could actually support ally here. Okay, and that'll just support the rightmost card in our thing. So her offense has gone up to 10. What can we do with you? Well, we might as well send you in. Okay. So let's see how this goes. I'm not sure. We should win just on numbers advantage. That could have gone worse. I mean these are that fly is pointless. Oh, good. You're down to 1. Okay, phase 2. So everybody that sort of wasn't in first time is now in. I thought, damn, it'd be nice to kill. Kill. Good. We have won because we had numbers advantage.
All right. Theodore is clearly
we've leveled
up
up
to his
as well.
old tricks, sending you here for his gold. Here you go, and tell him to come himself next time.
If that was a little bit confusing to any of you, please do feel free to ask me questions and I will do my best to answer them down in the comments. Right, so as you can see from here, we've not just got the gold, which Theodore asked us to acquire, so we need to go and give him that next. But, Georgia and Charlie have received plus 15 speech. Now this is only a temporary boost, but obviously if we needed it in the next 10 turns or however long it lasts, then that'd be very useful. But that plus 15 is only temporary boost. We should all level up now though, because I think we'll get an extra experience point. Yes, and science point as well, which is nice. So we should all level up. We do. We have 10 out of 10 experience here. Okay, so we've completed that. We are out of moves, sadly, so we have very little choice but to end the turn. Now, I think I'm going to end it here because I think we are sort of on half an hour. I will upload this again in the next few days, so do watch out for that if you are enjoying it. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe as well. To start off the next episode, I think we'll be going through how the level ups have worked and things like that. If anything confused you today, please do feel free to let me know, and I will see you in another video soon.